Hello guys, so this is a new resin work that I want to do and it's going to be detailed. So that's my resin and this is the hardener and my scale. I also have my measuring cups. These are the essentials that you need to start every resin project. And these are the glitters I'll be using. And I'm working today with the pink one and also the pink pigment. That's the powder pigment, and these are the molds I'll be working with for today's project. It's a client's order. It's a book cover. So this is me measuring the measurement will depend on the project you're working on. So I had to do a cover and bookmarks and pen, so my mixture was a little bit much. And then you mix it with a steady hand in a particular direction, just like I'm doing now. My resin looks like this because it's cold, so it's thick. I had to put it in hot water to get it fully cleared out, because you need a cleared out resin to work with. The water doesn't really need to boil too much, just make it look warm and then put your resin. Now these are my pigments that I'm working with. I put them in my measuring cup before pouring my resin into the cup, and this is exactly what I'm doing. I always put my pigments before I pour my resin. Now my resin is all cleared out. I just need to pour it into my pigments and then mix also with a steady hand. The reason we are mixing with a steady hand is to avoid bubbles. Mix in the same direction and in a slow manner. This video is on ×2, that's why it looks like it's fast. I did it in a very slow way to avoid bubbles. Now I need a butterfly in front of my work, so what I did is I dipped it into my clear resin and then put it on the mold, because I don't want it having pink. If not, the pink is going to cover the whole thing. And then I proceeded to put in my pink resin on top of the mold, just like I'm doing, with a steady hand. And don't put it all at once. I put in 2 layers. Always put in 2-3 layers. This is where I put the thick one and then I put the lighter one at the top. This is just how I wanted the book to look like, the book cover, sorry. And this is just a repeated process, and also try to make it blend so that you won't have that harsh demarcation line. And I did the second part of the book cover also with a steady hand. Put slowly and then take a stick or whatever it is you're using to mix, fill it into the gaps of the mold. Make sure that the resin gets into every hole of that mold, just like I'm doing, in order for you to have a neat work. If not, when you demold this, it's going to have bubbles or holes, and we don't want that on our projects. So this is just how we do it, steady, consistently, and this is just it. It's very easy. All you need is, this took me probably about 30 minutes from start to finish. I know for beginners it might take longer, which is not a problem because you're learning. This used to take me over an hour, 30 minutes, but now it takes me 30 minutes or less to do. Now I'm filling my pen. Pens are also very tricky, very tricky to do, because if you put your resin into the pen and you don't put the stick to try to fill up all the spaces in between the pen, when you demold, it's gonna have gaps, and we don't want that. So when you put your resin into the mold, fill it in just like the way you see me doing. Fill it in properly so that it gets into every part of that mold. And I said before, always do it in layers. Don't put it all at once, just like you see me doing. If you follow all these steps, I promise you're going to have a good result. And now this is for my bookmark. I just needed a small bookmark because it's a small book. This book, it's an A7 size, which is very small. There's an A7, there's an A6, and also A5, which is the biggest. So far I'm working with the A7, which is a small one, and this is just the whole thing. After that, I didn't have alcohol in my possession, so what I did was use my lighter. They will always say never use your lighter and alcohol at the same time. It's very risky. It can cause an explosion. I would always prefer to go with the lighter to burst out all the bubbles in order to make your work very smooth. This is just how we do it, and then you let it cure. If you're a beginner, please let this cure for about 24 to 48 hours will be the best duration. I had some excess resin, that's why I did the black one. So yeah, and I also had an order for black, so I just did that. So this is my complete work, and I'll be coming back with a video where I've demolded, or we are going to demold together. Thank you for watching. Bye.